Welcome back to Let's Try Roleplay. This is the epilogue of My Pokemon Academia.
I'm James, and I'll be playing Kyle Karp with his friend Pebble, the Aggron.
I'm Henry, and I'll be playing Oliver with his friend Ainsley, the Gallade.
I'm Robin, and I'll be playing Nat with her friend Indy, the Arcanine.
And I'm Connor, your Pokemon Master. So we left you guys having... I'm distracted by all you guys dancing now.
We're at the party.
Oh yeah.
I'm fucking throwing some shapes.
So,
So's Growlithe.
Is that
Growlithe's-
voguing?
this is great. This is great for this audio medium.
Munchie's got the box down, like Victor Silverfish cardboard
Like,
box.
Yeah.
Oliver is trying... You know when white people try and dance like a black person? That's Oliver.
So what did...
Nat's doing the worm just across the dance floor. I always wanted to be able to do
You
that.
mean
but
the
never
one
did.
pull?
Good. Very, very good.
I
Yes.
feel like
That's what I'm
that
here
peaked.
for.
I'm going to put these down a little bit.
Fucking work.
Right. So last week, we left you guys with Stephen asking you what you wanted to do at the night of the big party after your champion's victory. Whoa, what happened last night? Go spill all the goss. You've woken up in someone's bed.
Oh shit.
Next on the stage, Oliver.
Oliver, where did you wake up?
The three in his name stands for inches.
I woke up in my bed.
But don't worry, lad, he's only 15. He's got time to grow.
What?
What happened to Oliver? Well, where did you guys go?
I went to... Can I have a map so I know the names of any cities?
Matt, open up the.
We travelled between cities on this part.
Open up the Let's Try Roleplay OneNote, and
Did we
on
stay-
there is a map.
Did we all stay together?
I don't know. Did you all stay together, or
I
was
would
there
hope
some
so.
this mad feud that is sort of grumbling that the
The feud
Right.
of one
Where
person
is it
not
on
liking
here?
and another person, that person
the
not
Don
really
fan in the room.
Where
Nice.
where is it on the Let's Try Roleplay OneNote?
Probably under Pokemon and then map.
Nope.
Is it not?
Not at all.
Fuck
We have
you
campaign
guys.
summary and episode plan.
No,
the
no,
campaign-
go.
Both
Oh,
of which
right,
are...
shit.
Oh, no, they're not.
Okay, maybe there's not.
Episode plan is...
Well, the closest city to you is Illumira City, and that was where you had the big party last time. But you might
Nah,
want to go to.
I'm not about going to the same place 2 nights in a row.
So the nearest city after that was Glasswater, which was right at the water gym, and then after that there was
Oh, fuck yeah, I'm surfing all over the place there.
Windcliff, where Sky probably went back to her house.
I'll go there.
We should go to the beach place and then,
Beach,
get
let's
really
go to the
drunk,
rave.
lie on the beach, and then just suddenly decide to get naked and run into the sea.
True story, to be fair.
Yeah,
is
true
this
story.
based on a true night out of ours? Perhaps?
Based on my 21st?
No.
On Henry's 21st birthday.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, but if you want to go back to the beach town, that was
Beach.
Wood Bay City, and that was on the exact opposite side of the map.
That's fine. I have fly.
I got
I won't be going there. No, I'll go there. It's just
You're
very
gonna
awkward.
Wood
It's just
Bay-
a very awkward Vibrava ride.
Can
Wait,
John-
wait. Can we say that we go for a very... Because we're children, so we go on a very heavy Red Bull infused Coke?
Realistically,
Coca-Cola.
realistically,
A red
it's
Taurus.
Realistically, it's
Non-alcohol.
WKD.
We're not promoting underage drinking.
That was
We
WK.
do it, but we
I think
we did it.
Oliver's at the age where he'd be experimenting with a blue VK or two.
Can we roll?
I'm glad you ended it at that.
And then
Right, he goes on the WKD
and Bucky.
and the
I would
Bucky,
assume.
and we go on a like a Red Bull infused like hype thing where we don't really remember what happened. Can you roll to see what cities we end up in,
Can you?
and just see if we
Jesus.
end up in the same places?
I'm rich. I can just pay my way into anywhere.
Right.
Especially
Oh yeah, you're rich again now.
yeah, I'm rich again now. I've got my parents back.
Yeah, how
Which
the
I think-
hell do I do this?
15-year-old. Yeah, you've got VKs going on.
I mean,
You've
in
got-
real life, I had my first drink at 14.
You have what's that like? It's like MD20 or something.
Mad
The
Dog.
fuck is
Mad
that?
Dog. Yeah, I've
The
got
fuck
Mad
is
Dog.
that?
Mad dog.
WKD, and then you
Tastes
try
like
beer
WKD.
once, and then you never do again until you're
What's
until
the other
you're
shitty thing you just drink as a
16.
kid?
I liked
Right,
beer.
I'm gonna roll a
I hate
d20, and I'm gonna count through the order of the towns that you visited, and whichever number it is the town that you guys end up in.
No, we each end up in different towns.
Possibly.
No.
Is
It's
that
all the same.
no right? 13.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I ask?
Okay.
What's Byron doing? Can I ask Byron out to come with us?
Oh, you're gonna ask Byron out?
That's so
Oh,
cute.
What?
character development.
He's got a dragon. I've got a dragon.
He's got a dragon dick.
I liked his dad. His dad taught me stuff about
Oh,
the
that's
dragon.
crazy.
He's
right?
already in with the parents.
I'm asking you out because I like your dad.
I don't mean ask about. Is it ask about like a boyfriend? I mean just ask him to come
I
with
don't know.
us to party.
There could be something going on there.
Byron's dad is making me go mad.
Useless.
Yeah.
I like
okay. Yeah. So. Just before you guys left the Pokemon League, Byron would have been there. So if you wanted to go over and flirt a little bit, you could have done.
No,
and
I'm
asked
not flirting with him.
You
I'm
said
not,
the words, ask him out.
Yeah, to show you his balls.
no, as in ask him out. As in ask him to come with us because
what that means.
he's our age.
him. Okay. Well,
How old is Byron?
highs or lows? In fact, no. Fuck it. He's roll a 1 anyway. No,
Lows.
Byron comes out with you. Yeah, Byron's now. If you want Byron to be part of the crew, then Byron is part of the crew. He might take away that Don fan in the
Kyle
room.
sees what's going on. He's just like, Oliver, we should give them some time alone.
I am not asking him
Right,
out.
So I'm
asking-
spending time with Oliver just.
I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
I-
hold on. I might have actually done something good here.
I agree. I think we should probably, definitely leave them alone. And so, see you later. And I walk away.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wait. So are we?
I
wait,
walk away.
What's the order? Is this
Kyle
happening inside
has-
the Pokemon League?
Inside the
itself?
Pokemon League, yeah.
Kyle has a horrifying
This has been-
flashback of his dad walking away.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna lie, this has been the weirdest roleplay. Because we're just like, we're not really doing anything in game. We're just riffing on what we could do.
Well, we're not role playing this. This
what
is
is-
sort of just what
so-
happened.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll we'll cut through this. What's actually happened? You've gone over. So
To
Robin's
ask if Byron wants to come with us because he's our age and I think he's going to be a good pal of ours in the future.
and with the
Some of
sneaky
us.
wink, he gets the idea and he joins you.
A sneaky wink. I'm not asking him out.
And between
Someone just cut in the section where Robin said, "I ask him out."
I don't mean that. I mean ask him out to come with
We
us.
get it. It's just that's not what you said.
You just see, you're just stringing him along. See, this is how guys get hurt.
Hey, no. Give a description of what you do.
I'll go
To
over to
him.
Byron and I'll be like, it's good to see you again after a while. Glad you've turned good rather than staying evil.
Oh,
Always-
but okay.
well, come on, you were with those two dickheads.
Oh, I thought I was always pretty good. I realised my.
Didn't you kick a Pidgey?
I didn't kick the Pidgey. The other two kicked the Pidgeys.
Pretty sure. I
You
saw.
Play
did-
the tape.
Get out my
Exhibits
Pokedex,
Fucking
bitch.
A. So yeah.
And yeah, so when you ask Byron out, in those words, he's not quite sure what you meant, but
we see him put a
he'll
club
take
on
he'll
his
take
pocket.
whatever's
I
going.
ask, would you like? We're gonna go celebrate because everyone else is going home here. I was wondering, would you like to come with us?
Would you like to come celebrate your loss?
Byron does actually potentially take this. He's not quite sure the angle you're going for, but he's quite happy. You can tell that there's
Oh my God,
something
a
going
girl
on in
is
his
talking
head
to you.
potentially.
Ah, Jesus.
So Byron's gonna come out with you. What about you, Kyle and Oliver?
I'm good just to go out, yeah.
Yeah, when
Go out celebrating.
probably when Nat goes over to speak to Byron, I'll turn to Kyle and be like, "So, congrats! I'm glad we did well. You fought well.
Yeah, Yeah,
I guess
you're
I'll,
really, really sick.
yeah,
I think we've come really far.
Yeah, we really have. Yeah. I mean, of course, we still got a ways to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty fucking sick. We just got to go beat the rest of the leagues now, right?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you're able to do that.
What, are you not going to do it?
No, I think I'm gonna. I don't know. Maybe. I'll speak to you later, and I'll walk off
Okay.
Towards
Cool.
the left.
towards the left. Yeah. I'm just gonna like go downstairs and be like, head off. Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to beat all the leagues.
As you're doing this, everyone's sort of like just sitting chatting in this room, and
I'll go. I don't want to say. I won't just like walk off towards the left. Actually, I'll go speak to someone else in the room. Maybe like another gym leader or like someone. Don't know.
who do you want to talk to? Do you want to talk to?
I don't know. I don't like no one in particular. I'll just go over to see it. Like kind of shoulder my way
You're
into
gonna
a
go
group
mingle.
conversation. Yeah, I'll go mingle.
Mingle.
Gonna go network.
Hey,
I know
I'm
exactly who you're going to go and talk to.
No.
Oh, I'm so... Fuck, I'm alone in this game like in real life. What the fuck?
Right. Let's cut through it. So what happens this night? What do you end up doing?
Oh, you go first.
I'm gonna assume that. Well, first off, I'll go over. I'll bring Byron over. I'll grab Kyle.
His hand. No, okay, no, continue.
No. I'll grab Kyle, pull him into a big hug, and
Yeah.
grab him and say, "We're going out. Time to celebrate. Let's blow this popsicle stand." And go towards the elevator.
I've had
Call
a few
him.
Red Bulls because I've been stood on my own for a little bit, and I look at her and just go, "Do you think Agron could knock down a building?"
And I shout at Oliver as I'm walking towards the elevator. Ollie, you coming?
I'll look over, kind of see Byron. I'll be like, yeah, sure. Just give me a sec, and I'll say bye to whoever I was talking to.
Okay, cool.
Give her a wink, because
Yeah.
I know exactly who I'm talking to. And
Can we
I'll
see
walk
that
off
wink? Can we see the wink?
I'm gonna.
I know.
roll
I think the facial.
I'm gonna roll stealth.
Kyle doesn't understand what relationships are.
Got
because
a,
he only has a dad.
11 for stealth. I got an 11 for stealth, so they don't see the wink.
Not really.
I
Yeah.
was wondering, 'cause
But
I can't,
do I beat it with my perception?
I can't really wink.
Oh,
Yes!
Oh, hold on.
I got a 14.
3, 5. I got a 14 as well.
Fair
Why
enough,
do we
you'll
keep rolling
see.
oh,
the
you
same
both
I
see the way.
You
I
do
see it.
always roll the safe.
I just don't understand it.
So earlier on, I rolled a 13 for what town you end up in. So let's
Cool.
right count as I go through, and then tell me when we get to 13. Right. So Valdion town, Woodbay City.
Can you not just count?
No, but we've got to tell people that the towns that we've been through.
savage.
They've
Yeah.
already had to listen to it once. Let's not put it through a second time.
Okay, right. So you go through Valdion town, Woodbay City.
Can I just say
12.
here, right?
Oh my god, you guys end up in Shadowdale town, which was the ghosty place.
Oh, I'm up for that. Yeah.
Ghost Pirate!
Ghost pirate.
So
Oh yes.
Fancy dress party.
Yes!
so
Is anyone there?
well, I think there's some people that it's a very very religious town, so it's a kind of go to bed.
What the fuck? It's just us four.
We roll up. We roll up at
So
like
you
6 in the morning, and like a Red Bull fueled craze.
Just going up to people's windows going, "Arr!
Ghost pirates.
Arr, me hearties!"
Are you rocking into the
graveyard.
graveyard cave of
If I'm dead,
Tenebrae
why do I
Mountain?
still have my peg leg? Go!
Oh dear.
So you guys.
I'm just so sad that no one can see the hand actions I'm doing.
I know.
Ooh!
Ghost pirate.
I don't remember what Ghost Pirate was about.
So you guys.
It was so long ago.
I know. You guys wake up on the boardwalk in Shadowdale Town to Cassandra. Remember Cassandra?
Yes.
Yes.
Who
Gym
was
leader.
the
Yeah, I do.
sixth Gym leader?
She let us stay in her house, and I was convinced
No,
there was
that was
going to be something creepy.
That was the creepy twins. Maybe
Oh, the Shining
maybe
twins.
maybe the Shining twins come and wake you up and say, "Oh, you guys have got a
Good morning.
you guys are meant to be at the ceremony at Trinity Academy by now."
Oh, fuck!
I kind of.
We were not told.
I wake up and
You
I'm
were
like,
told.
Go away, I don't want to go.
I'll get up and go.
What does a Red Bull like come down feel like a serious
You
Red
just
We
Bull.
real-
know
you just-
what that feels. You remember
you're
the
just
day
real
after
tired.
exams, right?
Oh.
When the 3 weeks of Red Bull kick you in the arse like
And your
an
kid-
enema.
Ah,
Fucked.
yeah.
So you guys, you have enough flying Pokemon, presumably, to get you there.
Does Dragonite fly?
Oh, are we doing that?
What?
Dragonite does fly. You can ride Dragonite.
Yes, but you haven't got one yet.
I was
damn.
gonna do something.
No, that's okay. Just I'm not. I keep forgetting that you
We have
can do
Flygon.
You have Flygon and you have. That's it.
What does Byron have?
No.
Hey.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh shit, Byron's here. Yeah, he's got Salamence. It's sorted.
Yeah, we can all ride in Salamence.
Yeah, I forgot Byron was with you, but Byron's a bit older, so I don't know.
Is he a bit older? How old is
Byron's
he?
older.
Byron was.
How
Byron
old
was
is
the
he?
same age as me, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
it's, but I would imagine Byron being like maybe 15 or something.
I'm 12.
Same-
He's in. Oh, I'm creeped out.
Same
Yeah,
age
which
as me
one?
then.
No, I don't know.
So
So
15.
Yeah. Oh, I'm 16.
You're 15.
No, I became 16 during the adventure. I said I was 15 for the first half, and then I started saying I was 16.
Oh.
Unintentionally, at some point it
You
was
never
my
had a
birthday.
birthday.
Yeah.
There was a joke birthday for me that was a horrible message.
So you guys all, it actually probably looks pretty impressive, you guys all flying over on this Salamence and a Flygon into the ceremony. You fly over all the different towns, so you'll fly over the likes of, the Greenwood Valley, and you'll fly over the Mid-Mountain Pass, and over Windcliff City, over the sea towards Trainer City Academy.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
remembered one of them places, yeah, cool.
I'm sure we went there at some point.
I'm assuming we did. You named it, so.
And you fly down over Trainer City Academy, and you see lots of big crowds sort of set out with a big sort of like runway down the middle. People sat probably seating in chairs or standing. Don't know. Probably in chairs.
Okay.
Along.
It's kind of like a graduation-esque looking...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And you'll fly down, and a lot of the people will get blown over as the Salamence comes to a halt behind the rows of chairs.
Oh, okay, cool. So people get blown over.
Yeah, so as the Salamence comes and starts flapping its wings down, the gust of winds in the back couple of rows get like rocketed about and then
Poor
flung into
assholes
the
in
air.
the poor people seats get knocked to shit.
So in front of when you guys land and when you're coming down, you can see that you're in the area outside the church, and there's a big church hall type thing,
Okay.
and where you first had your induction. It's a big assembly hall church.
Oh,
type
the one
thing.
with all the stained glass?
Yeah, all the stained glass. Salamence bats his wings and all the stained glass explodes. No, I'm joking. And you land, and in front of you, you've got all these chairs and the runway down the middle, and on either side of the rows of chairs, you've got the statues of all the famous Pokemon trainers. So remember right at the start of the
Yeah.
very first episode. And we had like some of the famous, so Steven and Red, and you might have had Lance there probably as well, and some
Blue.
of them. Blue, probably actually,
He's,
sort of
he's
like
very famous.
the likes of the greatest Pokemon trainers. And
Like all the characters from the games.
yeah, sure.
How far, like canonically in the timing, are we after all of the games or sort of?
So I'm not exactly sure what the later games are, but
So we'll just say.
so Steven is now mid-50s.
Okay, so
Um,
all the characters from the games that would have been famous by that point.
By the
Yeah.
age of Red, we would be roughly at the same time as Alola, maybe a little bit after.
Yeah, I just don't know when the rest of them happen. So
Alola happens quite a lot later.
okay,
Alola is like the furthest along in terms of canon, as far as I know.
okay.
will
so
actually be a fair bit after, because Red's not that much. Red's only 10 years older or something, isn't he? Whereas Steven here is going to be 30 years older.
Okay.
Oh, you mean he's 10 years older in Sun and Moon?
Yes.
I see
yes,
what you mean.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
And
so,
Red in this is...
so basically, take from Sapphire and Emerald, take Steven, age him 30 years, and then any
Yeah.
characters that would be famous. At that
And
point.
Red is now
Sick.
a professor, so he's 50s, 60s as well.
He's older as well,
So-
right?
50s, 60s?
Yeah.
I would imagine him like 30,
Oh,
because
he's-
Red's like good enough that he could become a professor quite early, I'd have thought.
No, well, it's all in.
So this is a long time
Red,
after
yeah,
the
this,
game.
this is a
Alright,
fair.
cool.
I think actually Hoenn happens before.
Well, make the canon work. It doesn't really.
Yeah,
matter.
and if that doesn't fit in with your canon,
We're
suck
so
a dick.
good with canon.
Anyway, So in front of these big rows of chairs, you can see there's sort of a podium thing set up, and you can see Stephen and Professor Alder and Clark Richmond, Ollie's dad, standing on this podium at the front with
Does he have a statue?
No, he doesn't.
He's not like world renowned. He beat one league and then he's done some battles like exhibition battles and stuff.
He got beaten by his own son.
I mean, I highly doubt he used
So
the
he might
strongest
get
Pokemon.
like a statue now that he's a champion.
So he didn't really, because the Pokemon League was being created, he was almost,
Assigned it.
because he was the one.
Defaulter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Like he's big, but he's not red levels.
Yeah. Okay. I understand.
Cool. So you get down, and I presume you guys. So you've landed. You're gonna walk down the runway towards the stage, or?
Yeah, I'll strut. Kinda. Yeah.
How are we gonna run for hangover? We're gonna roll for hangover.
No, Oliver's a good boy.
Okay,
Or them WKDs.
Nobody's ever had a hangover from WKDs, and that's a fact.
That is not true.
If Oliver was drinking WKDs,
Also, he's 15. What 15-year-old has a
You
hangover?
have had a hangover from WKDs.
I've had a
They're in
hangover
Venoms.
from Venoms. That's different. There's vodka and other things in that.
if Oliver was drinking Venoms, Nat was definitely stealing some of
We're
them.
sponsored by
I
Venoms.
wasn't
by the way.
drinking Venoms. Oliver's a good boy.
WKDs. Sorry, I was definitely stealing some of
Are you
them.
stealing some? Was it
Yeah.
your first taste of alcohol?
Categorically, none of
No,
us
definitely.
would have hangovers.
Yeah.
No.
Before this adventure, you were living in a cave with animals.
Did it not?
You've probably been drunk before just because you ate rotten fruit that
I was thinking like,
Oh,
fine, yeah, first ticket to alcohol.
cider.
So actually, as soon as you land,
I'm sick everywhere.
as soon as you,
nobody below the age of 16 has ever had a hangover. Nobody.
I don't know.
You just don't.
Have you ever had a hangover by the age of 16?
I land and just immediately go, yeah, still hate the heights.
So do you guys? So as you guys land, the back roads they'll get flung off their chairs and fall over. It's hilarious to all of these effectively school kids, and there's sort of like raucous laughter and loads of cheering and whatnot. And you can see the guys up the front on the podium with Stephen and Harris and whatnot. They snigger a little bit as you guys get off and start to walk down the runway. And you guys have got some seats sort of reserved at the front.
I'll sit in them.
Good. You go down, you sit at the front, and Stephen will sort of like stands up to start the ceremony, and he says, welcome everybody. Welcome as we celebrate 3 of the most courageous, selfless, and established trainers of our time. When I first met these 3, they were under caution for crimes I soon found out to be unrealised.
Wait, is this Stephen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was torturing us.
Yeah. He was.
I look at him and go, the neck. No. Cut it.
No, torture!
Never gonna let it go.
Nope.
Definitely not.
The courts wouldn't. Well, maybe after 30 years.
Little did I know that their heroism that day confronting a dangerous criminal organisation would give us the upper hand in overcoming the great adversities we have faced in these past days and weeks.
Can I ask, what's the name of the wee old guy who was in the cabin?
Old Man Jack.
Is he here?
Fuck it, yeah, if you want him to be here, he's here.
He
Fuck
better be.
yes, old man Jack.
He lives like round the corner.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm giving him a hug.
We're here to celebrate the heroism of these 3, and also to mourn the loss of Jack, who was found face down in the sea this morning, apparently trying to fuck a Magikarp.
Why would you do that?
I don't know, maybe he was really lonely. Oh my god, that's Carl's future.
That's some hate fucking, no. That is there's some
Magikarp.
there's some
Jesus.
serious anger in that. Oh, I feel uncomfortable.
Despite asking so much of these 3, they outshone everybody's expectations and brought safety to Mystuar again. And at this, a lot of the crowd will start to, cheer and stand up and clap and give you guys a little bit of ovation.
Because I'm really still not quite used to being having this treatment. I also clap. I'm not sure if I'm meant to.
Oliver laughs slightly at that. It's like a giggle.
Oh, forgiven?
No.
No.
Look. It's not that I don't like him. It's just that I'm kind of cold towards him now.
Okay.
He's just
a little,
he's
little bit
sulking.
of a mood.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Salty.
It's like, imagine if...
I said sulking, but
Like,
salty is better. Yeah.
Imagine if someone nearly hit your mum with a car.
I thought you were going to say, imagine if someone kicked you in your bad knee, and I was thinking, oh my god, I did that yesterday to you.
It's like, imagine if someone nearly hit your mum with a bad car.
No, hit your mum
Hit
with
your
a car,
mum with a
but
bad
didn't
car,
kill
but
her.
didn't kill her.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. You'd be like...
Actually, it's
And
kind
it wasn't
of,
their fault as
It's
well.
kind of
so.
more like if I almost ran over, if I hit your mum with the car and you jumped in the way, both of you with the car,
Pretty
you'd be a
much,
bit
yeah.
pissed with me for a couple of days. Henry, I've got bad news.
So the clapping sort of dies down, and Stephen starts up again. He says, and for their efforts, they deserve to go down in history like all of those represented by the statues in this garden. So please, everybody, give it up for Kyle Karp, Nat Embers, and Oliver Richmond III. And he at that he went, You doing that?
I'm not. I'm role playing the crowd. I want to add a bit of atmosphere.
And I thought he ushers you guys up to the stage. There's a little staircase to the side that you can walk up onto the stage, and you'll join the likes of Stephen, Professor Alder, we'll say Harris, and your dad, Clark Richmond. And yeah, you sort of, one of them, Alder, behind you, like jokingly nudges Kyle to sort of step forward and bow.
Oh, okay. I like bow, like kind of like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I give a proper bow.
A courtesy.
I imagine you give like the one hand in front, arm out, flick up, down.
No, I was thinking one in front, one behind, so it's
Oh,
not
like that.
quite the flick up. Because
So say
over
that's-
the course, I feel like over the course of this adventure, I become less of a dick.
Oh, that's
Just
nice.
a little bit.
Apart from today.
I like to think that we've become different types of dicks.
Accurate, probably.
So after you guys do this and the cheering dies down again, Stephen pipes up again, saying, now to all of you students, I want this to inspire you, as just a few weeks ago, these three were in your position. These three epitomise what it means to be associated with Trainer City Academy, and we are so pleased to have them.
Yeah, we give the exact same look that Robin just gave you. A look of like,
Epitomises
What do you
Trainer
want-
City Academy.
what do you want about? Like,
I am not. I did
pardon?
not agree to be some propaganda
We had
for a university.
we had one lesson.
It seriously is like, fuck school, you can do it on your own.
We had one lesson, and I sat out.
Yes, you did.
He doesn't even know how to read. Do you know how to read?
No,
He doesn't know how to read.
no. I'm close.
He's at like a.
I think
You know
got
those
one
like
more.
Kipper books you had when you were a kid? He's on them.
Kipper. I thought
A quick update on Kyle's reading.
Oh wait,
his
no,
learning
where are you
status.
at?
it's in my journal. Oh, there we go.
I would like to.
I've already got one
I
more.
thought you had one more. What do you need to get? I mean, you're not
12?
reading anything now.
He needs to
We'll
get 12?
We'll roll later.
Wait, no, it's 3 plus 1 for each subsequent roll. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh no, I do have to be 12.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did I? Yes.
So out of what?
I don't know where the maths came from. That
What do you need to roll?
I need to roll a 12.
12
Out
on
of-
general education.
12, isn't it?
Maximum of 12.
No, but how many dice are you rolling?
2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he increased it. It used to be 6, but he increased his general education.
2.
Yeah.
Yes. 12.
So I have to get a max. I'll have some assistance. Can I have some assistance?
You need
from somebody,
s-
please.
you-
Well,
need-
you're not reading anything.
I'm not
now.
reading anything at the moment.
Can I please read something?
Can you try the teleprompter? Can you read the
Is there a teleprompter in front of me?
No.
Can you read the banner above us that says congratulations?
We'll do
Give
it.
me the chance.
We'll do
Okay.
it.
At some point, give me the chance when it becomes appropriate.
I will give you a chance to read. Yes.
Okay.
Fine.
What a stupid fucking sentence.
Can my character read at some point? Stephen starts to speak again, and he says, I know their time at Trainer City Academy was minimal, but in truth I don't know how much we can teach the Pokemon champions now.
Seriously? One day is actually all we get? You having a fucking laugh? I can't read!
Hey, we graduated early.
What can we teach them? Oh, nothing, I guess, you know. Never did learn to read, poor Kyle, but fuck him.
And so, I would like to present them with their final qualifications as a thanks for their efforts at Mystuar Academy. And there's-
What am I meant to do with this? Nat does not know what
so
this
he's
is
pretty much handing you your degree from Trainer City
Oh, sick.
Academy.
What's it in?
What's it? It's
Reading.
being a trainer.
So is it more of like a diploma? Yeah.
Yes, I suppose so. Yes, exactly.
Is
Like
there-
an honorary degree.
Is there Trainer City University?
I don't know. I guess that'd
Is
be the
there-
Pokemon League, but you've kind of done that.
Yeah.
too.
Is there Pokemon University?
I know there's to be shitty schools.
Gave
but
us
yeah.
our
but they're
POKs.
Oh, what?
POKs.
What's that?
Pokies.
Fuck's sake. And so Stephen invites you guys over towards him, and Professor Alder steps up and brings out from behind him 3 sort of degrees, effectively, parchments of paper, with a wax stamp on them, and hands them over to you each in turn, and the crowd.
I'll put it in my bag.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you open it up, it says something along the lines of, that you've now got your qualification from Trainer City Academy for your 5 years of teaching that's been scrolled out.
One day. Question mark?
And after that happens and the cheering dies down, Stephen starts to speak again and says,
Wait, did he read it?
"Oh shit, yeah, did you manage to read your diploma?"
How does assistance work?
Assistant
Gives you a bonus of whatever our level is in it. So if I help you, you get a plus.
Would you, Oliver, help me
3.
to learn to read?
You get a plus 4
After
for me.
all I've done to you.
You get a plus 4 with me.
Would you help
I
me?
wouldn't help you, no.
Oh, God. Motherfucking damn it.
Was it
Nah.
general education?
Yeah, general education.
I give you a +3.
Okay.
So you need to roll on 2d6 with an
Do you
added
realise
3,
what's
you need to
happening
get
right
12.
now? Is that they've just been talking about how our education is complete, and then one of the characters is a
Live on stage.
or live on stage, probably being televised.
Diploma.
Rerolling that's cocked.
What'd you get?
No, I did not learn to read.
Got a 6.
I got a 6, which is a +3, which is a 9.
Okay, so it wasn't actually too far off.
I got
But-
one of my normal rolls
Okay,
was a
so
1.
you can't read. You read
Fuck this shit.
Diplodocus.
Diplodocus. Why are we being handed dinosaur shapes? What's a dinosaur?
It says diploma, Kyle.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
Stephen starts to speak again and says, "Now, we wish our heroes good fortune and hopefully an easier time over the months to come. And although they now have new duties in the Pokemon League,
What?
I hope they remain.
Duties.
I beg your pardon.
Although they now have new duties in the Pokemon League, I hope they remain friends of Trainer City Academy."
Please.
You see, Oliver's face go white as a sheet for a second and
Yeah.
then refill with blood.
You very much do, yeah.
Remain friends of Trainer City Academy and understand that they are always welcome here. After all, I think there's a lot that all of you in the crowd can learn from these 3 remarkable trainers.
What do you mean it says diploma?
It says DIPLOMA.
Right in front of them, you can learn everything from them. I can't fucking read.
What does this say? I don't. This is mine.
And so, one
What?
last time, I would like to thank you for everything you've done and for the last few weeks, and I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavours.
So everyone claps.
Everybody claps.
Whilst they're clapping,
and everyone
can I just sort of
stands up.
sidle up to Stephen?
Yep.
What new duties?
Surely you know. I mean, now that you're champions of the Pokemon League, because there's 3 of you, you're gonna have to work out in what way you organise your Pokemon League. But it's up to you now that
What?
you own it.
Wait,
And
oh,
any
can I
time
sell
there's
it?
no, and any time there's any challengers, you guys need to prepare and train and fight any challengers to the Pokemon League. And until you guys are beaten, then you
Walk
guys
back
will
over
be
to
the
the other
champions.
guys. Did you guys know there was a contract? Did you
There's-
guys
No.
sign
There's
something?
a what?
Did you guys sign anything?
No.
No.
I mean, I can't.
I'm sure.
Kyle,
I
we
just
taught you to write your name.
School on things, but apparently we're now like contractually obliged to be the champions of the league and run it and own it and challenge everyone that challenges us.
I walk over to Stephen.
Yeah.
Hey, Stephen, is there anybody else currently close to challenging us then?
Well, you guys have been pretty remarkable. I can't see anyone getting to that stage in the near future. I mean, you guys, we chose the best trainers from every city to challenge you in the Victory Road, and you seem to dispose of them quite easily.
Is my dad anywhere near?
Yeah, he's on the stage as well.
Dad, do you know anyone that can?
Oliver, I've barely spoken to you since.
I know. How's
You were a child.
I know. So, I didn't know that we now had to stick around.
So he says to you that surely you knew. I mean, it's not very often that people challenge the Pokemon League, but if they do, then wherever you are, you'll be called back and you'll train with your peers and then challenge them.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, I assumed it was kind of like the games where you just fuck off.
If they only need 6 Pokemon, could the other 2 not sort it out? I feel like I need to do something else for a while.
Should we talk about this later?
Maybe. Is the ceremony still going on?
Yeah.
Am I wearing a mic?
So yeah, we can. Why don't we talk about this later, Oliver?
Okay.
We can sort out. Well, we can sit down with the 3 of you together.
That would be nice.
I sigh.
And so yes, the crowd that dies down and the guys sort of come off the stage. Oh wait, no, I forgot to do one thing, which was the whole point of this ceremony.
Retcon!
You asshole.
Should we put it in before I speak to my dad?
No, it's fine. We can just pretend that this happened, which was kind of the whole point of the thing.
What was the point?
I'm about to tell you.
Did you get on with it?
So after all of the cheering of that, after he's wished you luck, and he says, and now I feel like we have some more incredible trainers to add to our statues in Trainer City Academy. And he goes to behind him, and there's a big red velvet fabric over a large box, what it seems like, and he pulls a ribbon on it, and the velvet falls off, and it reveals 3 statues of yourselves.
What are they made of?
Stone. Why?
I lean to my dad. I'm like, we're gonna need to pay for mine to be gold plated. And I go back.
Said earlier on, I think over this campaign I've become less of a dick.
I know, you just went
A
full circle.
gold-plated dick.
Yes.
So there's 3 statues of you guys behind, and Stephen sort of, or whoever's next to you will say it's Professor Alder or something. He says, that's actually a character voice.
Hello there. Hello there.
What's a person that carves stone? What are they called?
Mason.
Mason.
The Masons have been up all night carving this for
The
you guys.
Masons! Illuminati.
As soon as we found out that you'd won the Pokemon League, they've been working all night with head torches and everything. You should have seen it.
But how big are these
I
statues?
look at it and just go, they did that in one night.
Yeah, all the Masons across the Mystuar region. All like 4 of them.
God, I want to be
They
a
probably had
Mason now.
Pokemon help.
Yeah, I
Do they
suppose, yeah.
Do they have our Pokemon in them at all?
No, they don't, because none of the other trainers have their Pokemon.
Oh, that would be
Right.
so cute.
Just say like a little pebble. Sitting next
Yeah, it's like a wee
I could
baby
just
Pokemon.
put a real pebble next to it.
I
Actually,
mean-
couldn't
How cute.
what am I wearing in the statue?
How big are the statues?
Nothing.
Are they life size?
Is it kimono?
It's a Greek
Well, they-
statue,
they-
fully nude.
They probably took the pictures from, because the only times that they've really seen you, the time when they saw you most probably is at the 8th Pokemon gym where everything was televised.
After when you killed something, just your face of, oh shit.
I thought
This is just a mugshot of you guys.
I'm not going to say. I thought you were going to say they used your mug shots. So
Oh wait, when you guys were going through the security at the post, they used those mugshots.
I just want to know one thing. Is the kimono in the statue?
Yes.
Is it being buffeted majestically by the wind?
If you want it to.
Yes, I do. Very much so. Yeah, cool.
So these line of statues go up either side of this long sort of garden, and then at the head of the garden, before going into the main building of the academy, there's 3 statues of the Pokemon League champions. You 3.
Nice.
How, I get it.
Natalie, no, when I said that, Robin, you look so disgusted.
How big are the statues?
They're life size.
Life. Oh.
that's
wow.
not too bad.
That's big.
Well, we're not very big.
What do you mean like toys?
I don't know. I suppose we are 12. Yeah, we're pretty young. Yeah.
Do you not want it to be big?
I was curious. I didn't know if it was like massive statues. No, like you're standing there and you have to like crane your head back to look at it.
No, not like.
That's what I imagined.
Not like the fucking soldier of Bravos. Like.
It's a bit big.
Just like,
Will I grow into it?
This giant statue of Kyle Karp. Don't look underneath the kimono.
Oh Jesus! So after all the cheering and stuff, the ceremony sort of dies down and everyone sort of breaks off, and still in the gardens, everyone's talking away to each other. Who do you guys want to talk to?
A group of people. I'll just
Just walk up to some of the students.
No, I'll just start talking and wait for them to come to me.
If you guys go up and you have a proper look at your statues and stuff, you can see in places you can see that they might have been a little bit rushed, but they're pretty accurate. You poke it and it doesn't move.
Get Indy to like breathe on fire a wee bit at it just to see if it stays.
So yeah,
I look at it like this is weird.
I've got a twin.
We never owned a mirror when I was a kid.
Is that what I look like?
I am a kid.
My fashion sense. We need to have a talk about that.
I walk up to Nat and be like, "Are you like up for this champion thing?"
I don't really understand it. As someone who's never played the games, I
You
actually
fucking
don't.
piece of shit.
I know. I'm pretty sure we had some big reveal at some point in an earlier episode that you'd started playing Emerald, and then we're like, yes, she's.
And then another reveal later on where she was like, "No, she stopped."
She stopped. She
That's
got
the-
to like gym 2.
No, I didn't. I got to like the 5th or 6th gym.
Did you?
Yeah. For reals?
Not bad.
For reals, wow.
Oh, I remember because you stopped just before it got interesting.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, just before the whole shit with the legendaries. Anyway, never mind.
I need to get
Yeah,
back
we
into
need,
it.
like, I think we're supposed to just fight everyone that challenges the league now.
We better. I mean, we could just.
Oh, I thought you were off talking to other people.
No, I'll be here for this.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
fair.
No, I assumed this conversation was having. You've gone off to talk to other people.
Right.
We've gone to look at the statues, and I'm talking to Nat.
Okay.
Fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just assumed that was the
Yeah,
case.
yeah, sure.
I would like to get Indy out
Would you?
for some comfort.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you do that, and as you do it, a lot of the people from the crowd sort of like nervously sort of run up to you at first, and then sort of nervously drop back. But
It's
sort of saying,
giant
can I come see that? Because this Pokemon is now legendary. Like not legendary in the Pokemon sense, but like
Oh, that's true. Our
This is
Pokemon are
this
so
is-
famous now. I get
yeah.
out Jeff Goldblum.
I look at Indy for see if he has approval.
Indy sort of shrugs and nods and smiles.
I give it a wee chickle,
Are we ruffle?
a wee ruffle of his fur,
Aw.
and then just like beckon some people over.
Yeah, and a lot,
Indy confused.
well, yeah, so
There are two of them.
there's a lot. There's a lot of people that sort of come up and are amazed and sort of chat among themselves, and maybe one cocky little shit will throw out his Pokemon, which could be like a Butterfree or something.
I get Aggron out and it goes away. The Pokemon murderer. Put it away, boy.
True. And Oliver, you start talking.
I'll recount our journeys.
So if you go over and there's a crowd of people that'll
Oh,
come up to you
you're-
and start talking, you're recounting your journey.
To a news agency.
So it started not too long ago. I used to be just like you guys, you know,
Do you know what I like
just a
to?
student at Trainer City Academy, but we were walking past the
I like to
Stephen-
imagine that there's no one around you as you're doing this, and you're like you're one of those people
No,
standing
I'd go
town
up to a group.
preaching
I'd
things. Just
I'd
like,
go up to a group of people and just like, well, one day, just walking past Stephen's office, I saw we saw something wrong, and that's how I knew I had to do something. I
just
knew this was my
completely
moment for greatness.
interjected in these people's like conversations, like, so I was doing this, and they're all like, we weren't even talking
Who are
about
you?
you.
No, it'd be
Least
to people
favourite.
that I was talking to.
If in the future we ever do anything with these characters again, and we come and say, what have your characters been up to? And you don't say the words, well, my memoirs came out last week. I'm so upset.
But an autobiography.
So you
And I'll carry on like that and just be like, and then blah 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 blah. And we got to trying to remember what anything else that happened in this campaign.
The mine
And
and the
we found the well, at the time we just called them Lad Shades. We found their base, and I talked our way in, and Nat helped me stealth through, and eventually we found our ways, and I actually spoke to one of their leaders, and blah blah blah. And I'll carry on just
Yeah.
like that with people paying attention.
So you're maybe chatting away for sort of 10-15 minutes among you, and you've got your Pokemon out, so wee Indy's out, and having some fun with the kids and whatnot. And after a wee while,
it's like letting them ride on it. It's like bounding around
Aw,
the party and stuff.
really?
He's a playful boy. He's still quite young, all things considered. He likes
so
he's a young cub.
yeah, no, fair. At some point, maybe after sort of 15-20 minutes, Oliver, your dad will come over and sort of like tap you on the shoulder, maybe at the appropriate point in the story, and he'll sort of pull you over and then sort of like nod to the other guys.
I'll turn to the crowd and be like, sorry, I've got to go. If you want, I can come back in a bit and carry on the story.
When you said appropriate point in the story, I thought you meant your story.
That's what I thought.
An appropriate point in the story. That's up to you to decide.
No, and he says to you, Oliver, do you mind if we take a walk?
Sure. I've never really seen most of the grounds here, so yeah.
Yeah. So I've been here for a while, so we can go walk down by the sea.
Okay,
And
sounds
there's
good.
sort of a terrace that goes around.
Sure.
Yeah, and he takes you off.
Tears off the mask and it's Jafar. I've got you now.
So you walk around the side and down some sets of stairs or something, sort of through another treed garden. I don't know, in my head, I don't know why, in my head it kind of looked this part, there's sort of like a pretty garden around the back that maybe looked a little bit like sort of Dorne from Game of Thrones.
Sure.
Sort of like gardens like that, and or even the ones in King's Landing, like that. And he takes you a walk and says, Oliver, you must have so many questions. I'm so sorry I haven't been here for so much of your life, but I want to, make it up to you now. I'm so proud.
Thank you
of what you've become.
I mean, sorry for getting expelled from my last school.
Oh, well, fun.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
What would you say if I said that was what got you in here?
I mean, I guessed.
It was actually your so for the listeners, we might
do it in characters.
have a little flashback at this time, and you see right, you tell us, you actually might know better than me. A little flashback into Oliver's past.
You getting expelled, your dad handing some money over to the Train City Academy
You know what?
people.
A wee small part of me was kind of hoping that his dad was going to say, I got expelled as well.
So yeah, the camera does a screen wipe, and you see little Oliver, literally like 6 months ago. And
6 months ago, 100% dickhead.
At the age of 10, he got sent off to Moss Deep Academy, which was where all Richmonds had been educated. It's like attached to the Space Center, which has had massive discoveries, Deoxys and all that in the past. So like it's a very big technology academy, and they sometimes allow students to have Pokemon if they manage to have Pokemon before they go there at age 10. And I had Ainsley with me. And every day I'd go, first of all, to the academy. It's to the museum itself of the Space Center, and I'd give a tour or two because it was part of extracurricular activities, having to do that. And then I'd go and walk along the beach because I quite liked walking on the beach with Ainsley. And I went down there one time and I saw a small group of boys that I kind of knew from school, maybe a year above me or so, being attacking a Wingull. And so I immediately went over and, being very compassionate with Pokemon, I tried to stop them from attacking it. And rather than attacking it, they started attacking me, at which point Ainsley jumped out of its Pokeball and used Psychic to basically just slam them all into the ground and into the sea. So then, after I was badly beaten up, got taken to the health centre of the school by some of my friends, spent a couple of days on the ward there. But then eventually when I got out, it turned out that the boys had all gone to the headmaster and told them about everything. And because the rule about having Pokemon at school was a bit tenuous, it was officially grounds for expulsion, so I got expelled. And at the time I was like, oh my god, my life's over, I don't have more friends. I wanted to work at the Space Center, researching and things like that.
Right.
And then, but as I was packing my bags, a few days later, on my official leaving day, the headmaster brought a letter to me. It's like, this just arrived for you, and I opened it, and it was an invitation to go to Trainer City Academy for the induction day.
Oh wow,
So,
cool.
and that was how I got there.
So if we take this flashback and we go to another place, we can see from the top of the Space Center, out the windows, looking down over the beach. And
Rayquaza.
we see the back of your headmaster and Stephen standing next to him, and they see this happening, and we hear a conversation between them being like, the headmaster saying, "Oh, I'm not sure about this. They're not allowed to have Pokemon here, or
Not Jesus Christ! He's murdering those children.
And I was like, yeah, well, pretty much that. The Pokemon's out of control, and Stephen saying, "Oh, can you see what's happening?" He's showing compassion to this Pokemon. I think it's quite admirable. And over the course of this conversation, you can see Stephen winning over the approval of the headmaster, and the headmaster eventually completely comes over to your side and is regaling of you and your studies that you've had, and actually how the incredible Pokemon trainer that you are as well, from the looks of things, and the bond that you have with your Ainsley and your Ralphs. And Stephen suggests that he might be a candidate for Trainer City Academy, and then we flash back to you receiving your note from the headmaster, who at that time seems as if he might be a little bit disgruntled, and handing you're about to be expelled, but you see a little glint in his eye, knowing that he thinks you might be set for better things. And we'll cut back to as I get it up in my notes. Come back to reality, which is
there goes gravity.
Yep, absolutely.
We're such assholes.
You really are. So it comes back, and we sort of come in mid-conversation and saying, and your dad's saying, and well, that's how you got into Trainer City Academy.
Huh.
Sick. End series.
Don't really know what else to say. I mean, I'm definitely glad it happened, although I miss my friends back in.
So you've got your new friends, don't you?
Yeah.
So I must ask, you sent Ainsley out to stop the Aggron taking out Gardevoir. You must have known that the hit that it was about to deal was fair, but was gonna take out my Gardevoir.
Well, I mean, it wasn't really me. It was Ainsley that did it. I kind of, after the fact, I kind of got it. I mean, wouldn't be the first time Carl's gone a bit overboard.
Or you.
True.
I'm ignoring that.
No.
So yeah, it wasn't me. It was Ainsley, I guess, protecting someone again.
Just like he did that day, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Except to Gardevoir this time rather than yourself.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, it's always shown an incredible bond with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm so proud, and I hope that my Gardevoir's had a large input in raising in Ralts to be that kind of Pokemon.
And me, I suppose.
And you, yeah, of course.
Give an awkward giggle, like it's
didn't
basically
raise
my
me.
mum.
Yeah.
Where were you, Dad?
I knew where he was.
Did you?
I could see him on TV and stuff because he'd do like exhibition matches for like before big contests against someone else.
It was
and things like
rhetorical.
that.
So do you know where I've been for the whole time that you were at?
Not really. We weren't really allowed TV at school, and then obviously I've been busy in the last couple of weeks, so no.
Well, I actually spent a lot of time in Hoenn, not too far away from you.
You never came to a PTA conference?
What a dick.
Oh.
Pokemon teacher conference.
Said I actually when Stephen became the champion, I knew him very well, and I actually became his personal trainer. No, I said like
I was his personal
gym,
trainer.
but-
Push those right. One more round.
Cue the Rocky music.
Exactly. No, as in when trainers were wanting to challenge the Pokemon League, Stephen would requested me to come and help train off against.
Not vain, this guy, at least,
He is my dad.
Yeah, true. But I always helped him prepare for any challengers to the Pokemon League, and so
wow.
I knew Stephen very well as well, and at the same time I was able to keep a close eye on you, And no,
Stephen really needed it, didn't he? Really have to. He got beaten by that one kid in the game 50 times over.
Yeah. He just kept coming
with a
back.
Kyogre and 5 eggs.
He kept coming back with more and more just random Pokemon.
He came back with the god of the sky, and then an alien.
And at that time, the business was doing quite well at but back in the Kalos region, and your mother took a little bit of time off as well, and she actually came over to Mystuar partly to investigate, because of course Mystuar is a up and coming technology region. Thought it would be the perfect place for us to make some sort of stand in terms of the company. So she came over to sort of experience it a little bit and decide what we could do to expand the company there. But she also wanted a little bit of time off from the job, and so she actually got involved with a little bit of research with Red, which is why
Is that what they call it?
Which is why we're having a divorce.
Son, I'm sorry to tell you this.
And that's why she's been here the whole time, and that's why she was with Red when
you walked in on them.
When you got the telepathic, when Cassandra got the telepathic message when you're in
It seems like a guy trying to lie to himself. It's just coming up. That was why she was there.
Right.
That was why she was there. It was. That was why she was there.
That's what she keeps telling me.
Son, why was she there?
And so I haven't seen, I see your mum for the last long time. I've seen your mum on and off, and actually we're going to visit her now. And as you walk round, you see your mum sitting on a bench, sort of looking over the sea.
Dead.
And you
Throat slit.
no.
From ear to ear.
Jafar!
You walk over and she stands up and sort of
Norman, not Jafar.
His name is Jafar.
Wait, when she puts her arm on the bench to kind of stand up, she looks as if she struggled a little bit when she's standing up, and she comes over to give you a big hug, and you can see almost a tear in her eye.
Almost.
Oh.
There
So
should
happy.
be floods.
Why is she struggling to stand up?
Do you want to make a perception check?
Oh no, you're not going to give her a disease.
Oh no, rough night with Red.
Oh!
That's an 8.
Now she's feeling a bit
An
red.
8. Okay, you notice something a little different about her figure.
She's got no legs.
She fucking pregnant.
Do you say this?
Yes, I do. Because it'd be the same reaction I'd have in real life. I'd be like, Mum, are you pregnant?
She sort of giggles a little bit at that, and sort of your dad giggles a little bit as well. And
And
got,
she goes, no, I stole this from a blissey. She reveals an egg.
Cracks it open and hyperbeams me.
oh no! And she sort of giggles a little bit, and another tear rolls down her face, and she says, "You're going to have a sister."
I just give the biggest, why?
Is that your reaction to your mum being pregnant?
Yeah, I can't, okay, yeah, I look at her and I'm like, really? Fair enough.
Again?
I just kind of look at the two of them like, you two, it's been like 2 days.
She's like, is it his?
I thought you'd be more. I presume you're probably shocked, but
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
sure you'll warm to it.
I'm happy,
Well,
I suppose.
I don't know. We wanted to ask you, but we were planning on naming it after your grandmother and naming it Marcella.
Yeah.
what if it comes out wearing a red cap?
So, that's a nice name. That's really
Marcy.
nice.
Marcella.
But like Marcy.
Marcy. All right.
Go by Marcy.
And that,
Sounds
Henry, is why I sent you a text like 6 months ago asking what your grandmother's name was.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I do actually remember that text, yeah.
It seemed really out of
I
context.
did. I was like, what's Oliver's grandma's name? And I'm like, why?
Yeah, so they're going to name the child your
Okay.
little baby sister.
Cool.
You're annoyed at this.
Yeah.
As
Do you know
Henry,
what, Carl?
or
I forgive you. There's worse things.
No, I'm having the same reaction as I'd have in real life. I'm like, I don't want a sibling.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to be made to babysit.
Okay, so the camera sort of pans out as you guys finish off this conversation, and you have a little bit of personal time.
I come round to the idea.
Do you?
eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even a little bit excited, maybe.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm a bit like, oh, cool. Be alright.
Gallade would be a sick babysitter.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Gardevoir and
I don't have to do anything. Gardevoir raised me, and the child of Gardevoir can raise my sister. Sorted.
So the
This fucking family.
I know. So
No wonder they got issues.
So the camera pans out, and we come back to the scene in the garden where all you guys are and the crowds are. And you guys are having your discussion with the students and whatnot, and Harris...
Is Oliver with us, or he's off at this point?
No, he's off.
Okay.
And we come back to you, and Harris actually walks up to you and says, "Oh, where's Oliver?"
I don't know.
Can we scan to see if... Can I do a perception thing? See if I can spot his dad?
You guys would have known that he...
So-
You maybe we'll say you noticed him going away
Okay.
with his dad.
Yeah.
Fine.
He's off talking to his dad.
So, okay. I just wanted to ask I don't know, maybe a favour of you guys.
Yeah.
Maybe they asked enough.
Maybe not now because you're still enjoying yourselves, but
Okay.
maybe later on tonight when things have died down a little bit, would you mind coming up to my office with me? I want
you to help me with my Tinder profile.
No, I wanted to talk you guys through a little something. I don't know, maybe a wee favour that you can do
Who's
for me.
this?
Harris,
Cool.
who is head of the Elite Four, the old guy who knows everything about the
Expert
Mystuar
table
region.
hider. Yes, I remember.
Yes. So would you mind
Photos
coming up?
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to talk to you guys about something, just a little something that I'd like to maybe do.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
I
so just
think...
so we'll say, I don't know. Honestly, you take your time, and I'll meet you guys up in the library. Later
What
on.
time? Sorry?
Just honestly, I really don't mind. I want you guys to enjoy yourselves. So you guys finish off what you're doing, and then I'll be whenever.
We'll finish this scene, and then we'll come get you. Yeah. I'll text you.
Meet up with Oliver again. I'd like Oliver to be there too.
Yeah, we'll let him know.
Okay. No, fantastic. Thank you.
I'd give him a hug.
Oh, he comes inside.
The police immediately arrest him.
And so at some point, maybe an hour later, a couple of hours later, you guys have been playing around with all the, just celebrating with the kids in Trainer City Academy.
Is Blaine there?
Blaine.
Jesus, how many guys have you got?
Blaine was...
I don't remember who Blaine was.
Blaine's like her uncle.
Yeah.
He's like my great uncle kind of thing.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yes, Blaine is there. Yes.
Yay!
Would you like to go and chat to Blaine?
Oh shit, yes, I would love to go and chat to
You
Blaine.
go up to Blaine, and Blaine immediately
I
runs
tackle
over to you and
him.
gives you a big hug.
I tackle him in a hug.
And he's like, well, I'm so excited. I've already phoned over to Cinnabar to tell them all about you. Everyone's so excited. I mean, they're still a little bit shocked about Norman, with him being the gym leader and everything. But they're so excited for your return, and we need we need a new gym leader.
Oh shit.
But
I'm going to be the only fucking champion, aren't I? I'm going to have to go out and find 3 new fucking Pokemon. Probably some bloody Oddish.
Not Oddish, you hate Oddish.
I do hate Oddish.
So we'll talk about this later, but I'd really like if you could come back to Cinnabar Island. Everyone will be so excited to see you.
I need to have a think about it, I think. I've got a lot going on.
Oh, okay.
You're not my dad.
And you see Oliver, Clark, and Taria, the Richmond family, walking back up the steps. Oliver
Taria and Marcy.
and Marcy in the
Unbeknownst.
tum. Maybe Oliver
My mum's kind
taking
of
your mother's arm as she comes up the steps.
How far along is she?
No, I'm making it.
I say it's been like 2 days since we saw her last.
They waste no time.
Not only has she become pregnant, she's also gone through like 6 months of gestation in 2 days. Like
Powerful sperm.
And so
it's sex
No,
tuplets.
it's Pokemon eggs. She's been walking a lot.
yeah, true. We're in the Pokemon world. That's how it happens. She actually had sex.
In a Pokemon world, you hold hands and walk along, and then you get pregnant.
She actually had sex with a Ditto.
Oh no!
The Ditto just turned into. Anyway.
It's like a 2 kilometre egg. It's just like 1.5 kilometres already gone in 2 days. Basically, she's ready to pop.
So
Jesus.
you guys finish off, over the next couple of hours. chatting
Taking the
away
piss out.
and partying away with your people, and the party sort of dies down, and you guys head off towards. You tell Oliver about Harris's request.
Yeah.
Harris wants to meet us in the library because of something he wants to talk to us about.
The word library, I perk up and I'm like, sorry, Mum and Dad, I need to see you later. Bye. And I go to the library.
As we walk on, I'm like, is your mum all right?
She's
She seems to be having trouble walking.
I turn to Nat and I'm like, do you think Carl's had the talk?
To be honest,
Carl doesn't know where people come from. He's only got a dad.
I would be surprised either way.
She's pregnant, Kyle.
Pregnant.
You know how our Pokemon hatched from an egg?
Yes.
You know how that happened?
No.
Well, as in you know how the Pokemon comes from an egg?
Yes.
Well, people
you gotta
do
smash
that,
it open.
but the egg is inside the mum.
Someone put an egg in your mum?
Yes.
My dad did.
It wasn't one of them blissy ones. They've got hyper beam in them.
No, it's got a small person in it. It's where we all came
It's
from.
a small person in the egg.
Yeah.
Does it happen with normal Pokemon eggs?
No, because it depends. It's from.
Kyle.
Why did your dad put a
Kyle.
Pokemon in your mum?
It's how because they want another child.
Kyle.
Carl just stops talking and just continues walking, contemplating the
I
universe.
come up behind, just place my hand on their shoulder. Kyle, when a man and woman, like your parents did at
when
some
a man
point.
and a
When a man-
sexual love each other very
When a
much.
man and a woman love each other very much, he gets a Pokemon egg and fucking shoves it in her.
So you.
Well, Carl's never had a mum, so he doesn't know anything
I
about female
suppose.
anatomy.
True. So you're having this conversation as you walk into the main building and along the corridor and up the stairs
Yep.
to the library.
To be fair,
Kyle is
I probably have. Have I even had the talk?
Can I just?
I was orphaned when I was about 8.
You would have definitely seen some Arcanine going on.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
You know that for a
So
fact.
you've definitely seen some Arcan action.
Oh, Jesus.
So you're having this conversation as
You've seen a Growlithe Growler.
So as you walk up to the main floor of the library and walking through the different corridors, you pass Stephen's office. You see where this journey
Where the
all
good
began.
times happened.
I know. You can see the shiny new bolts on the doors.
The bruised and battered Alakazams.
Oh yeah, the Alakazams. Yeah, they're probably there. And you walk past and you see Stephen. Not Stephen. Harris up at the back, sitting at a table. He's sort of pulled another few tables and he's got
Now that I've got you alone, Jafar.
he's got some books on the table and he's got a pad of paper, a big pad of paper out on the table, and he stands up and sort of ushers you guys over and shakes your hand as you sit down, and he says, thank you so much for coming. I'm so pleased you could come.
Yeah, sure.
What is it you need a hand with?
So I'm actually probably the oldest, the first person, the person who's been
You're
on.
not the oldest.
No.
Have you seen Professor Alder?
Have you heard him?
I'm probably the first, the person that's been in the Mystuar region the longest, and it's seen a lot of change in my lifetime, and I wanted to write a book about it, about what's been happening in the last few weeks, about the history of the change in the Mystuar region. I wanted to, I don't know, maybe write a book about you guys' experience and about your journey over the last few weeks.
I look forward to reading it.
I said, would you mind telling me your story?
Not at all.
Oh, yeah, happily, sure, yeah.
Fuck yes.
You'd like to?
Yeah, sure.
So, and you, so I maybe now's not the perfect time, but or we could do it now, or maybe not. But would you mind talking us through exactly what's happened to you guys, and so I can write a book? I want to document this amazing time in this history, in this nation's
my handwritten journal. Because I've been keeping a journal, haven't I, of our entire adventure.
You can't read any
None
of it.
of it is legible.
He takes it and he's like, and
it's mostly sketches because Kyle can actually draw quite well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We haven't mentioned that in a while.
And yeah, I'll agree. I'll be like, yeah, I mean, we've got some time.
Yeah.
I want to avoid my parents because they're all gushy and gross.
Someone put an egg in her.
Kyle, it works slightly differently, but
There'll be a book here that will explain it.
Can I go find a sex ed book?
For once, I'm glad I can't read.
There's pictures.
So you,
Trying to think like the hungry humper pee or something, that doesn't really work.
oh man,
The horny hippo.
the horny caterpillar.
The Pidgey and the bee drills.
Oh, I like that. So you guys sit down. You're facing Harris, and he sort of opens his pad of paper and gets his pen, puts the pen nib in the ink, and sort of says, "So guys, where did it all begin?"
Hello, welcome to the middle bit. Really short one this week because it's just me again, and honestly, I had forgotten I had to do this until really late at night. If you haven't listened to any of our other mid bits before, then you won't know about Glasgow Marrow or Anthony Nolan. Anthony Nolan is basically one of the bone marrow registers for the UK. If you sign up to them or sign up to any bone marrow register you have, no matter what country you live in, basically you can save somebody's life who has blood cancer. So we really thoroughly recommend that you do it. If you're interested in Anthony Nolan at all, go on their website. They've got tons of information about how everything works, and they've also got like information on how to sign up to them. They can send out a pack to you at your home, and it's just like a cheek swab that you do, put in a packet and send off to them, and then that's you on the register. And it like means the absolute world to them, because without volunteers and without people willing to donate bone marrow, it means absolutely nothing, and it genuinely does save lives. So yeah, please go have a look at Anthony Nolan, and we work with sort of Glasgow Marrow in particular, but if you have any university around in the UK, go look for their Marrow Society, because they might have something affiliated with Anthony Nolan. Also, go check out Social Bite, the other charity that we like to shout out. Not going to talk as much about this one this week, but basically they help homeless people in so many different ways by giving them food, shelter, and basically a completely new prospect at life. So go check out them as well. So yeah, really short one. Thank you for listening. I really hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. Bye bye!
So Kyle, we'll start with you.
Sup, bitch.
We'll say it's a few months later. We'll say 9 months later, for reasons.
Say,
Reasons I don't want to understand.
And you're sitting in the library in Marblestep City,
Okay.
and you're sitting in front of you with the finished copy, doing the read through of Harris's book.
I'm reading it.
Yeah, would you like to make to see what? And you know what? I will pretty much. But you've managed to. You've been sat and you've been studying this book, and you've been using this book to learn to read. Can I?
2 6s, 12 budget. It was a 1 and a 3.
I'd say, and over the time, because Stephen will be in and out of the library, and we'll say that you've managed to learn to read over this time. You've learned to read, and you have used this book to learn to read.
Big moment. I'm gonna write in my book the X that indicates I am part of society.
So you're coming to the
Can't
line.
find it.
You're on the last page.
I can't fucking find it. Where is it? There we go.
You're gonna cross it off.
Complete. That is harder than the Pokedex.
We'll say that you finish. You're coming towards the end of your last page of this book. You finish reading it, and Stephen will come up behind you and say,
Fuck! Don't do that, man.
So is that you done then?
Yeah.
So what did you think?
I think, seeing as he finished it 8 months ago, I think I've done pretty well. No, it's.
Does it tell your story in a? Yeah, well, he tells a story from what you tell him, so it depends what you told him.
It's over. It's definitely. It's like a Michael Bay movie. There's way too many explosions for it to make sense. But no, it's like, I'd say, yeah, it's pretty close but dramatised.
Yeah, no, fair.
I like it. Yeah, it's really good. That's the first book I've ever read.
Yeah. What
apart from Piplop's Magical Adventure and Hungry Caterpie.
That's very important.
What have you been doing over the last? So not as Stephen speaking, but what would Kyle have been doing over the last 8 months or so?
I think what, 9 months, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well-
I would say, I don't know, have there been any challenges to the league?
No, not in this time. No.
I'd say that he's getting to try. He's like been spending time with Stephen a little bit, trying to like understand how that works because he's up for trying to
Yeah, no, of course.
protect the league as the champion because he enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
Been back to Drewford at all?
no, no,
Fair.
he's been busy with the book. He's had a good book. He's
8 hours a day reading. It's like the
lab la.
It's been a page a day. Shall we say?
It's yeah. That's not many pages. Oh, no, maybe it is. No, yeah. He's been approached by several fashion icons of the Pokemon world. They're mostly asking him just to stop.
You're putting us all to shame.
But yeah, no, he has. He's been approached by some people that have been trying to get him into the contest sort of realm of Pokemon.
All right.
It's not something he's really up for because he's been quite successful with the trainer side of stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Is this like to make fun of you and for people to laugh at you type thing, or is this?
No, it's actually kind of like because I imagine that now that we've become champions, we're sort of people trying to like market us sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
sure.
think because there's no champion, there's no. Well, we never may be able to find one. There's no contest ring in Mystuar.
No.
Now that the league is sort of set up.
I'm not
they're-
doing this, by the way.
They're
I'm not
looking.
doing this.
No, but there you are. This is the next season. They're looking for a new, like somebody to lead the contest ring.
Right.
He hasn't said no yet, but he has been in meetings. Harris
Talks
is his,
are
Harris
ongoing.
is, yeah, talks are ongoing. Harris is his lawyer. No, Professor Alder is his lawyer.
Fine.
He's like, this contract is unacceptable. But talks are ongoing. Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Have you started to
And
sit
he's been
somewhere
training
up,
training
or-
a little bit. There's talks on a couple of locations.
Okay.
But I think the starting location would be in sort of what's the biggest city? In the biggest city.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I know this place well.
I'd say Elmira City. Would
Yeah,
probably be the
Elmira
best
City,
best
yeah.
place
Like,
for it because it's very
starting there.
vibrant.
They want to
and-
do a couple of places, but they're starting the idea of I think it's more like there's not a huge amount of money, so they're sort of renovating a building into a contest centre.
Yeah. Okay. No, fair enough. And this sort of goes for all of you guys. Would you guys have met up at all over the last 8 months? What's the story? How's the
I reckon so.
Yes,
the friendship
definitely.
feud going?
Nat would have wanted to.
I'd have invited Nat to some things.
What the
Oh.
fuck?
Have I seen the baby yet? Have we
The
all
baby-
met the
baby-
baby?
I haven't seen the baby yet.
Baby's not been born yet.
Baby's not been
It's
born
9
yet.
months. You know how pregnancy
I
works.
thought she was like a few months.
2 days pregnant, wasn't she?
No,
She was like 2
no,
days.
but so I'd say no,
Two
if we're-
Pokemon days.
That was to
Baby.
me to tell you. No, right, okay. So maybe she was a couple of months pregnant, and
Oh,
this
okay.
is probably like 7 months later.
7 months
then.
pregnant. Right, later. Cool, no worries.
So no, you haven't seen the baby yet.
Oh no.
So it's half a year-ish.
Yes,
I
something
think
like that.
we could do like a cool thing where we tried to meet up in like a different city every time. See where we
Is
get
the
on.
feud between you... Well, have you still got a problem with Kyle?
Yeah.
We should say that.
Yeah.
Still.
It's less like hot, but it's more of like I'm just starting to see your flaws a bit more.
What the fuck? You've got so many.
I don't see those though. No, it's like I'll meet up, but like, yeah, like I'll meet up with you. It's like,
You're a fucking ass.
Well, to be honest, you'd probably have to meet up because you'd have like Pokemon League meetings. How,
Yeah.
how, are,
Yeah,
how are
true.
you? How are you setting up the league? You know what? In what way have you done this?
Do we need to
Are you all
change
three?
who was in
All
them?
three of you champions? Is just one of you? Do you alternate? Is one going to be in the elite? Going to be Elite Four, and then someone's the champion? Or how are you
I'm
setting
definitely involved, yeah.
up? Yeah.
I would say I'm 12. I'm not in the right state of mind to be this organised, so I'm just kind of going with whatever I'm told.
My attorney, Professor Alder, will handle a lot of it for me. But
I'll say that if you need me, I will.
Yeah.
But it's not my main priority.
You know, about like a locum champion.
Yeah, like so. If you two are, I'd say to the others, like, if you two are happy to take care of most of it, I have other things I have to kind of do, but I'll come back every
wow, that's a sour look, Nat.
every few weeks and help out. But I can't be there 100%. I'll come to these meetings and stuff, but I can't fight every challenger.
Yeah.
I'd say Carl's like if Nat's a bit wanting to do it but a bit iffy. I say that Kyle, like, between his obvious very important meetings, he's very happy to run point on it.
I mean, if I can tell you're not too keen, but if you want, we can alternate and Carl be the permanent.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Cal stays as like permanent go-to kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I think Nat would be the same case of Oliver, just kind of wanting to do a bit more of her own thing before she'd fully commit to something.
Okay, no,
So-
fair.
So like when you,
A gap year.
No,
I'm kind of thinking of like
it's a part-time job.
I'm kind of thinking of it being like, were you to draw like the path of the league, so you have the 8 gym leaders kind of in a big blob at the bottom, then you have first Elite Four members like going up this chart.
Yeah.
You have first Elite Four member, second, third, fourth Elite Four member. Then you have me and Nat, and then Kyle at the top of a triangle of us. So it's like they either fight Nat and Kyle, or they fight Oliver and Kyle.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Like-
that. That's cool.
But they don't fight the 3 of us. They fight one or the other.
Okay,
and
no,
it's varies, and you never know who you're gonna get.
Yeah. What about your Elite Four? Are you keeping your Elite Four the same? I'd say that your dad's probably dropped out. He's got,
Yeah.
he's on paternity leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Professor Older as the 4th person. Yeah, like I'm not too bothered about it. Oliver would probably be like, "Hey, Sky, do you want a Elite Four? Huh?"
Wait, no, who did we
I mean,
have?
But she's
she would
gym
actually
leader,
have to beat all the other people and
Would she?
do it. Yes.
Are any of our Elite Four gym leaders? I
No.
forget. They're not.
No.
We
Oh, we're
definitely
keeping
keep it that
Byron.
way then.
Yeah.
I'm happy to keep Byron.
Happy to keep Byron, yeah.
And how's it going with Byron?
I don't know.
We're getting on really well. Wait,
That's
sorry,
such
what?
a Kyle response as well.
So, if we're coming back to Kyle in the library, having finished this book with Stephen standing over him, and then you've told that's what you're gonna. So
what
over
I'm
the last few months, you've been in talks.
The
with
champion is
various
not a
people.
full-time job.
Yeah.
It's when you're challenged, isn't it? And it's meetings throughout the week, sorting out the league and running it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm learning that, and I'm going to be the champion when people come and challenge, I will be the champion
Yeah.
with these 2 guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as we've discussed. But then my I think his day-to-day passion is going to be in contests.
Okay, and is he showing off Agron?
Mostly his kimono.
No, it's Pokemon contests. It's not human contests.
No, I'm the host. It's more like he's
So
going
are
to
you-
host it.
So are you like both Ant and Deck?
Yeah,
Or
I am
then-
Ant and Deck. And
Kyle's Saturday night takeaway. I was trying to think of a Pokemon pun for takeaway, but I couldn't. So I just went with takeaway.
Takeaway is a Pokemon move.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Takedown? Is that
Ooh,
what?
that's better.
Take down. Oh, I like that one.
Okay, and we're gonna. So that's what Kyle's gonna be doing.
Kind of, yeah. I think
Cool.
that seems like the dumb option that he would pick.
Cool, and we're gonna tie a little bow on Kyle at that. Okay.
I'd say yeah. That's where he's going. He's going down the contest host. He's trying to become more confident. He has an acting coach. He's got a voice coach as well because the stutter's cute, but he needs to like get over his past trauma basically with his dad.
Yeah. Okay, fair. Okay, so next we'll move to Oliver. So Oliver, you're in a hospital waiting room.
Oh yes, you are, boy.
You're sitting out in the corridor, and you're also just finishing this book. You're getting to the last page, and your dad's sitting down next to you, and you can see he's rocking back and forth in his chair. He's very anxious. You can tell he's taking a little bit of time out. He's been in with your mum, holding her hand.
It's been in your mum.
Oh,
He was 9 months ago.
so your mum is currently in there, in labour.
Chances running back and forth.
Exactly. Nurse Joy, thousands of them.
Cracking eggs with medical supplies in them.
Absolutely. And you're sitting there, and you're finished. You're coming to the end of this book. What you finished your book? What did you think of the book?
It was good. Didn't focus enough on me.
I knew you were gonna say that. You motherfucker. I knew.
But it was accurate, and I liked the slight dramatization. A bit. I asked my dad, like, the royalties apply to this? Like, I didn't sign anything.
You've got a book signing like organised.
Yeah, I probably would. Like, I'd be sitting there kind of reading it, and every time to the other people in the waiting room, I kind of read a bit, and then every so often I'd be like, hold it up, and I'm assuming it's got my face on
Is it a draft or is it like a proper covered
So
book?
I'd say that this is probably like the beta testing. This is
Does
like
it-
you give
the
them the
final draft.
final
Does it
draft.
look like one of them screenplay sort of things where like it's just like literally A4 sheets of paper? The
Well,
way
I
that
think
books look before you.
you've not, they finished like the cover and everything. It's all bound.
What's,
Oh, okay,
what's
cool.
on the cover?
What's in the cover? Harris's face. No, it's a map of the Mystuar region.
Damn.
Oh, that's
Why?
kinda cool. Is
Are
it?
we on the back cover?
Is it in like those sort of brown shade,
Yes.
ancient map looking things? So that'd be cool.
Ooh,
Yeah, sure. if
Can
you
we
want it
be
to
on the
that.
back cover?
On the back cover, it's got a number of different people,
I
of
would've-
which you are there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be kind of reading it, holding it up, and just like putting an angle that everyone in the waiting room can see that I'm on the back of the book. And at the end, I'll kind of snap it closed and be like, "Well, that was a." I'll turn to my dad. Like, "Well, that was a fantastic read. I've got to say, you should definitely read it next."
He's just like, He's just sort of rocking back and forth. He's nervous and he's gonna go back in soon.
Comfort the poor
I'll
man.
I'll look at him like, really no need to be that nervous.
Have you been in at all?
No,
To see your mum? No. You sitting outside,
I was late.
just completely ignoring it.
No, I'm just
Whichever's
like, I'm
not
like, I'm
pretending
just
it's
like,
not
I don't
real.
want to, I don't want to do it in there. Like,
Distracted by the book and now it's gone.
yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
just like,
So you have I imagine you probably said good luck to your mum, and then you haven't spoken to your mum since she.
I
went in.
probably wasn't there when it started.
Okay.
I should hope not. Oh, wait, not okay.
I'd have been some. I'd
Not
have
when
been.
it started, like
No,
at
months ago.
conception.
I've probably been spending a lot of my time kind of thinking about what I want to do next. Maybe spending some time in like that lab decoding, helping to decode Moo's DNA. Maybe
Yeah.
helping to rebuild the machine a bit because it was damaged when they stole it. Spending some time kind of researching like jobs and stuff. Like Oliver's always been kind of grown up thinking, oh, I'm gonna grow up, finish school, and inherit the company. But now
Yeah.
I've had a bit of like a feeling of the outside world. I'm like, I don't really want to do that. It'll always be there, and like I can do that when I'm older. But I want to do something a bit more interesting for now. So I'm kind of looking at
Like a
what.
field research.
Yeah, maybe like probably considered doing some field research. Considered
A lot of the
trying.
research at the moment is into legendary Pokemon. and stuff
Yeah,
as well.
and having encountered them, I'd be trying to look at that and just so maybe considering going and doing some. He wants to do something outdoorsy because he's not good at that stuff. But
Yeah.
having like been shown it by Nat and Kyle, he's a bit like, so I want to see if I can give it a go.
Okay.
It's kind of funny, isn't it? We're both trying to grow in directions we're not good at. I'm not particularly confident. I want to become a host of a competition. You're not particularly outdoorsy. You want to become an outdoor field agent style thing.
Okay, so that's what you've been up to then.
Yeah, spending and like as well as probably like
Philanthropy.
philanthropizing.
Oh, collecting stamps.
Yeah. No, like going to parties in big cities and
Okay.
like meeting with people. Probably partially in order to gain funding for the league because he's just like I did this and it'd be nice to get it properly set up. Like maybe came round to the idea of doing the champion for a bit. Like it's not gonna last forever.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, like going like trying to raise money for that.
All right. No, fair. Right. Okay. So we're coming back to the hospital. Okay. You hear a siren go off, like someone's pulled the crash call
Oh
button,
shit!
and from
The fuck?
somewhere along the corridor.
A very flustered Blissey, like Blissey, Blissey, like juggling 6 eggs, like I need them all.
No. The crash trolley runs past you with Blissey and Nurse Joy's running away, and your dad jumps to his feet and starts to run over towards the door.
When I see my dad jump towards the door, I probably quickly throw out Ainsley and get him to stop him, like stand in front of him, like no,
Yeah.
you can't go in there. Because I'm more level-headed at this point. I'm just a
Okay.
bit like,
I don't care if my mum dies.
well, no, I'm like, okay, yeah, like I'm just like let them do what they want to do, like
Okay.
yeah.
So what are you doing? They all crash through the doors, through the double doors, into the room. The curtains are pulled over.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of doctors. You notice so that the main doctor Well, the main doctor in there, you can see, doesn't really look much like... He doesn't look like your average doctor, anyway. He's got sort of longer hair, and a sort of scar down his face. And then you can see lots of other people. They're all wearing, like, you know, proper doctor's things with stethoscopes and lab coats and stuff. And you see them go in, and your mum has crashed. And you can see them beginning CPR and stuff.
Get Paddy on it.
Yep, that's what I do. Paddy, defibrillate. Help.
You get Paddy to defib.
Yeah, genuinely. Like,
See, because that's what... When I, am in hospital and I see my mum crashing and they're about to defib her, what I like to do is taser her instead. So I know I got this!
I mean, it's like effectively.
how much... So, out of game, how much does that one doctor that looks weird stand out?
You would... Okay, it would be... Genuinely, it would be like, oh, like, that's a... some doctors in hospital look a little bit odd, but you as Oliver, wouldn't think anything of it, really. You know, it looks slightly different.
Okay.
In this situation, not noticing.
And yeah, in this situation,
And in
I
this
wouldn't
situation,
notice.
you'd be very, very
Yeah, like,
distracted.
I've never been
Maybe
crazy.
you noticed it when you noticed them earlier on.
yeah.
Like, when he came out to talk to you guys, just giving an update, being like, she's doing well, she was coming to the end of her contractions, the baby was almost out. So this was, late into labour, the baby's almost going to be delivered.
Yeah. I mean, what can I do? I'm not allowed in the room.
Okay, no,
I assume.
Yeah, well, I think if you tried to go into the room, some of the nurses or some of the nurse joys or blessies would come out and be like, and be like, it's best for her, if we don't get too crowded and let the team do what they need to do. And you know about medicine, and you can see that they are going through absolute protocol. Mm-hmm. You probably there are chest compressions and the defibs there. They're giving her all the appropriate drugs.
Ainsley's out, yeah.
Yes.
Grab hold of him, teleport into the room.
Okay, fine, fair.
Oh, you sneaky bastard.
I
love it.
love that you stopped your dad from going in.
Yeah, I'm just like, no, because he's freaking out, so I don't want him to go in there.
Yeah.
I'm not crazily close to my mum, and I feel like I'm a bit more level-headed at this moment, because he's been freaking out for hours.
I see.
And I'm just a bit like, I need to help. I am freaking out.
Yeah.
But I'm like...
You're controlled.
I'm controlled. I'm
Yes.
just like, oh my god. Because, as you say, my dad's less technological and less scientific than me. I'm a bit like, okay, they know what they're doing. It should be okay.
You're focused.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, you've got a purpose that you need
You've
to
got
help.
focus training.
Yeah, I do have. I use focus training on myself and the doctors.
Okay, so I might...
Plus one to accuracy.
When you appear in there, some of the nurses will come over and be like, please don't get too stressed. This is... What she really needs right now is for the team to do their absolute most, which they are doing.
At mid-sentence, I'm like, so why are you talking to me? I'll point at her. Go!
Yeah, and she turns around and says, absolutely. And she runs back over and runs into a cabinet nearby and gets...
Runs into it.
No, runs into a cabinet.
Oh yeah, shit! Don't! You're bleeding!
She runs to a cabinet and brings out a bag of fluids or something and, hangs them up and goes to get an injection or something to help the cause. The defib's now set up and they're analysing the rhythm, and it comes through and it says, shock not advised. And they continue on back to CPR as they would, and again, shock not advised. And the doctor with the long dark hair, he's panicking like mad. And he's like, he runs out the room, he wants to go and get someone else to help. Because he's at the moment he's the only so maybe there's on a crash team, then there may be an anaesthetist, and then there's him who was just on the ward anyway. Wants to go and get someone else, go and get some extra help.
He's a senior or something.
Yes.
Okay.
Runs out the room, and this goes on for maybe 5-10 minutes, and there's no shock advised for your mum. And when the anaesthetist decides that the best course of action is to save the baby.
Welcome to the LTRP epilogue.
Where we kill.
We hope
mothers
we hope you enjoyed the series because we thought we'd let it down hard.
It's like, Kyle gets to go to meetings and become a contest.
Yeah.
Nat's gonna get her thing. My mum died in labour.
In labour. Is this
Thanks.
Jon Snow? Is this Joanne Snow?
So some more doctors arrive, and the more doctors arrive, and some of the porters maybe, and they grab the bed and they're gonna wheel her up to surgery immediately to try and do a C-section.
So she's going to die.
She's going to die.
Could you have done my...
Can I have Paddy Shock there now?
Could
I mean, you can if you want, but
before this? Is my bit gonna... You've done my bit before all this? Because I don't feel like I
no,
can
yours is
follow
worse.
this very
Nat
well.
leaves the ceremony and gets hit by a car.
I think really it's best to do it this way around. Have you ever heard of the compliment sandwich?
Yeah.
Oh, good,
Genuinely,
bad,
that's
good.
what this is.
Shit. And basically, why did you want to shit on Oliver so much?
I deserve it. Okay, there's nothing I can do, I assume.
So she's wheeled up. The porters are running with this bed up to the surgical wards, up to the theatres, and your dad is going mental. You're a little bit more composed, we'll say. Are you trying to comfort him? What's the?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be, would you? But at this point,
At this point, I'm like,
tears and holding.
yeah, I'm just like, oh shit. Trying to think what I'd actually do.
Ainsley would hold you.
Yeah. You could get guard of war out and the four of you could just kind of like stand together in a way.
Yeah, I guess. Like, I'll probably get Ainsley out and maybe hug Paddy and not get Cedra out because I've never really given a shit about Cedra. I have, but I'm just like, it's not. All it can do now is flop around. So, I'd probably just cuddle with my dad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so so you guys are standing in the corridor, in tears, embracing each other,
I'm gonna cry.
and the trolley, parades off down the corridor, and we'll end it there.
Fuck kids.
Fucking hell. See, this is why I didn't want a sister.
So we cut to a hill, where the grass is beginning to grow back. You can tell that it's a little stunted growth. You can tell that the land has not been so great recently, partly because it's been erupted over, and it's still, it's like Pompeii. Well, maybe not quite as bad as Pompeii because there was an eruption on Cinnabar Island, and so the grass is just starting to grow again. They've managed to do a lot of the clear up work, and Nat is sitting on a hill with a book in her hands.
And at the end of it, the baby dies.
And you're just coming towards the end of your book. What's happened to Nat in the last 8 months?
So, I wrote a list.
Have you?
So, the list goes hunting.
Go shopping.
Hunting, love it already.
Hunting for daddy Pokemon.
Okay.
Daddy Arcanine.
Yeah, okay.
Why did you roll your eyes?
I didn't roll my eyes.
You did.
Okay.
Hunting for daddy Pokemon and my wee Arcanine family.
Okay.
It's been a big thing for that.
Okay, fine. What, is that all?
No. So, hunting for daddy Pokemon and family of Arcanine. Shoving it in Norman's face is another big part.
So he's in jail.
So, I've went to visit him in jail.
He's declined to see you.
I've said that I will storm I've got a Munchlax that can eat its way through anything.
You're
tries to
go
arrest
prison.
you.
He's going to join you.
Yeah, so if he declines to see me, I'd like to write them a note to give
Okay.
to them.
Okay. What does the note say?
A dick with spit on it.
I'm trying to think of an actually eloquent way to say.
Is it one of Arcanine's turds?
No.
Neatly
In an
wrapped.
envelope.
In summary, and in a not very eloquent way that I can think
No,
of right
fine,
now,
go ahead.
it would basically summarise that I'm planning to retake the gym leadership that was always rightfully mine,
Oh, sweet. Okay.
and that what he did to the family never that like never broke me in a way.
Yeah, and it's never broken the tradition of this gym that's been passed down through the family, even though he is family.
Yeah. That I never forgive him, he's an arse, and I hope he dies in prison.
Okay. Cool.
And
No,
then
I don't do that bit.
No, you do. Do you enclose a selfie of you at the gym with a middle finger?
No, I don't. But basically, he was never strong enough to fully take it. If he had been nicer and asked for more help from the family, we would have been more than happy to welcome him. But he was just a bit of an arse. And he lost his way, which I'm sorry for. I'm sorry that he lost his way so much. But that he's never welcome back.
Yeah. So briefly, for those who can't remember, what backstory-wise, what relevance does this have? what was the history of the gyms?
So short and sweet. This is more This is more sad news. This has just been a very sad overall episode. Brief and short, Nat's dad was the gym leader in Cinnabar Island. Canon tradition for the Embers family to bleed it. So yeah, her mum and dad ran the gym, really well liked in the town. Her mum had a brother who never was as strong as her mum, and became very resentful and very jealous. Went off for ages, but her mum still cared about him really, really lots and worried about him. So when he came back, she was delighted to see him and welcomed him into the house. But when he came back, he had a Alolan Marowak.
Yep.
Alolan Marowak. Which turned Nat's daddy Arcanine against the whole family.
Yep.
Killed them all, but Nat managed to slip away with the Arcanine family who she was really close to. Then at one point, he nearly caught up to her, and Indy saved her from him, which is why Indy and Nat are so close. And that's the short summary. I did that all in one breath. I'm a bit.
Nice.
Okay, and you just sort of missed out the bit about what he did to your parents.
Oh, he killed them. Did I actually miss that out?
Yeah. So
Jesus Christ.
So he killed your dad. He turned Daddy Arcanine against effectively his own trainer.
Yeah.
And Mum died in defending you.
Nat. Well, giving Nat time to get away.
Yes,
her mum turned around and told Nat to run, and that was the last she ever saw.
Yeah. Okay, so this letter that you're sending to him has a lot of relevance. Is there anything else on your list of things that you are to do?
So she's been travelling around as well, just getting to know the regions a bit more now that she can. So travelling around the Mystuar region again.
Okay.
Just get used to it. Travelling around Kanto, probably hasn't seen a lot of it. That's not forests and wilderness. I've wrote Byron ?
Oh, I don't know. Is Byron sitting next to you on this hill?
I don't know. Probably not.
Roll for it.
His
Highs or
dad's
lows?
from nearby.
Oh god.
Highs or lows?
I don't know. Is this a thing?
Don't know.
Don't know.
I think that
Have you seen him since?
maybe.
Come on,
Should
tell
we
us.
skip another 9 months forwards?
Okay,
Byron
so
dies
have you been seeing?
Fuck you.
Have you been seeing Byron on and off? Potentially, not sure where it's going yet, but potentially seeing him on and
More
off.
on than off, eh? Hey.
Maybe. Yes.
Okay,
Nat's
sweet.
got a bit of like a
Hard
wee. Our first crush.
Hard.
Hard on.
My first wee crush.
First wee
Okay,
crush.
well Byron's been interested in you as well.
Hey.
So
Nailed it.
I love that we are doing. You two are struggling. You two, as a couple, are struggling to roleplay, getting together. When he is playing the NPC, you are trying to get with. And I have cracker in my eye.
I wondered what you were doing.
I'm hurt.
okay,
Yeah.
so is Byron sitting on the hill with you, finishing off this book?
I don't think so. I think
Okay, fine.
it's just
Fine.
no.
Okay.
I'm only 13, probably.
Yeah. Okay,
So
but stuff potentially going on. Okay, fine. We can leave it at that.
Yeah.
Anything else on your list of things?
Have you held hands yet?
Chat up.
Tell you what, I love that I was better at role-playing a romance with you than they are together.
I don't know if that's necessarily true, but yeah, sure, why not?
When did you roll that?
A little bit with
Of course.
Honestly,
can't remember my own NPC's name.
May I ask it?
Yeah, it's M.
Yeah.
Because of the name, yeah, I can't remember, but I don't
It might be
remember.
Marcella. I use that name a lot.
It's not Marcel.
something
Mary?
short name.
I just remember, I don't really remember how.
Mally.
Mally.
Mally, well,
Mally.
sexy.
Anyway,
It
so
rhymes.
anything else on your list?
No, taking on gym leadership, but I think that'll be more a gradual thing that she'll
Okay.
train, and she'll be chatting with Blaine loads to kind of get an idea of what it means, and
But getting the Cinnabar Island back up to speed.
yeah, it's still a place of like a lot of bad memories for her, so she's
No fair.
taking her time to come back to it, but she wants to.
Okay. So you're sitting on the hill with your Pokemon out, and one of the big differences now is that Genie is not sitting, as a long snake-looking Pokemon next to you, but
As
it's
a
actually
scarf.
it's actually flying in the sky as a majestic Dragonite.
Shit, yeah.
Because
I've never pictured Dragonite flying majestically.
fair. Because just before the Battle of the Champion, Dragonair actually evolved, and so over the last few months you've also been training your Dragonite and getting to know Genie in her sort of final form.
Using
So.
that as a way-in with Byron as well.
Oh
being
yeah,
like,
of course.
"So, check this out.
Oh,
Motherfucker.
I like it. Yeah.
See, you still think I'm smooth? I'm not.
Okay, fair. So Dragonites flying in inverted commas around the sky, and you're sitting with Munchie, who's fast asleep,
Yeah,
and
Aw.
I'm leaning against Munchie as I read the book.
I like that.
yeah.
It's nice.
And wee Indy is also having a wee nap next to you. You're finishing reading this book, running your fingers through his hair.
I want a real one. This makes me
I know,
sad.
I
It's
know.
not real.
And all of a sudden, Indy perks up, and you see his wee nose going, and good acting, guys.
His wee nose going. Isn't this a fucking monster?
Yeah,
monster
big
beast?
nose. So I see his big nose going, and Indy sort of comes to his full height, stands up, and sort of looking around, sniffing still, and how do you react?
I look around. Do I say anything?
No, you can't. Can't
Ask
see anything.
Indy. What's the problem? What's
I
going on?
smell a Jafart. I found a new joke! I found a new joke!
There's something a bit Jafishy
hell.
about this. That was war, sorry. And
Send him a packet of Jafar cakes.
ouch. And Indy's sort of not paying much attention to you. This time he sort of doesn't notice that you're asking, and Indy darts off down the hill.
Should.
Can I recall Munchie, call out Dragonite, and get on Dragonite and fly after it?
Yeah, you
Fly
fly over, and you're flying over the top, and Dragonite is struggling to keep up because how fast wee Indy is.
Not on my character sheet.
And oh yeah, true. And you sort of might lose Indy for a little bit as it goes under some trees, into a wee forest, and you can't really see beneath the between the branches. And then it'll come out the other side, and eventually you see. So Indy goes out of vision and doesn't come out the other side of these trees. So you think, okay, so he must be staying down there. And Dragonite flies down, and you see an embrace between Indy and the Arcanine and Growlithe family that you grew up with. And with them is a dark coloured Arcanine.
Sick!
He got all the way there on his own. With fucking Mystuar.
Who knows how?
This Arcanine is OP.
Especially as
He swam there.
think however you want to that he got there, but he has.
I like to
there-
think that he bought a ticket and boarded a cruise ship.
Maybe Blaine found him and brought him back, but then he wouldn't do that without telling you. So who knows how it got there? And yeah, so this is the first time that you've
Life
seen
finds a way.
this is the first time you've seen your family since you left them.
Big hug. Hugs
hug.
all around. Yeah, Nat's running over, jumping, tackling every single one of them, giving
And
them a hug.
yeah, you get pinned to the ground and you're almost suffocated by these little Growlithe babies, and only Indy has evolved into an Arcanine. The rest are still little Growliths.
Do you know what, this is generally my idea of like heaven. Just getting covered by dogs is genuinely my dream.
And you see, so the little kids are jumping on top of you, licking your face and all sorts, and you see Mummy Arcanine's sort of like smile and snuggle into Daddy Arcanine's mane.
Oh, I'm glad he's okay. I'm very happy. He's fine. Can I give him a hug?
You can, of course, and he sort of smiles and
Big hugs.
absolutely. And the camera pans out on this scene outwards, and that is where they both tie a little bow on that there as well.
What a happy ending! Just the best way to wrap up the story.
And we'll do one more thing. Okay?
We go to the morgue.
We see the camera pan onto Oliver changing his little sister's diaper. Because that's his fucking life now.
He looks at the Pokemon that now holds the Ghastly that used to be his mum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Could my mum come back as a Ghastly and can I catch it? Theoretically.
Oh no, it could come back as that Pokemon that holds the mask of. It holds a mask and it's the face of the person it used to be when it was a human.
Are you going to turn into a Cubone?
That's in the Pokemon.
Me, I take my mum's skull and I wear it.
How big was your mum's head?
Very.
Okay. Should we do this final thing?
Yeah.
To close off, maybe this is a post-credit scene or something. Who knows? Do we actually put it behind the music or
I'll
not?
do it myself.
Okay. We see the flickering of handheld torches barely illuminating a large darkened room. An elderly man, a middle-aged woman and a teenage boy stand facing each other, talking in hushed tones. Their facial details are obscured by the darkness, but each of them are cloaked and hooded in purple robes with golden detail. Another torchlight enters the room from behind them, and the three individuals turn to face it as it approaches. The torchlights culminate, and the face of the approaching cloaked figure is illuminated. And if only Oliver were here, he would recognise this face as he opens his mouth to speak. "It is done. She's gone," says the figure as he drops his hood, revealing the face of a man with long dark hair and a scar down his face.